Ndlea helped drug lord ship cocaine to Nigeria. Abba Kyari, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Suspended head of the Intelligence Response Team, IRT, Abba Kyari, has revealed how National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and Ndlea officers have been helping drug barons to ship cocaine into Nigeria. He made the disclosure in an affidavit filed by his brother Mama No in a 500 million fundamental right enforcement suit against the federal government, Vanguard reports. The affidavit reads in part that on that fateful day, the suspect as usual shipped drugs cocaine from Ethiopia to Enugu airport. The officer of Ndlea cleared him within the airport. Then, an officer of FIBIRT arrested a suspect with the help of an informant. That before the informant accepted to work with the officers of FIBIRT, they both had an agreement to compensate the informant. That officers of FIBIRT, having noticed that the officers of Ndlea were the ones clearing the said suspect with his drugs, cocaine, they immediately took the suspect to Ndlea and also reported those officers involved in the act. That instead of Ndlea to handle the matter accordingly and bring the officers involved to book, they decided to frustrate their informant, therefore refusing to compensate the informant. That if it was at this juncture that the attention of the DCP Abba Kyari was called, who, because the Ndlea officer involved as his friend, deciding to intervene for the purpose of compensating the informant. That the Ndlea officer who refused to compensate the informant was the one who framed DCP Abba Kyari up on a trumped-up allegation that he was trying to bribe him. That the agent of a respondent declared the applicant wanted because of a mere allegation that he was trying to bribe an Ndlea officer without sufficient proof. That the Nigerian police force, based on the allegation of the respondent, arrested the applicant on February 12, 2022 and handed him over to the Ndlea. Kyari's bill application will be heard on March 28, while his fundamental human rights suit has been adjourned till April 7th. So, he was framed up, is that what they're trying to say? He was framed up. And so others who have come and spoken against him also, they're also framing him up, right? Okay, we'll see about that. My goodness. Is Abba Kyari not on suspension at the material time of this case? What is he doing with Ndlea at this time, while he was being investigated in respect of money laundering case for extradition to the USA? Someone should tell this cop that we went to school, at least, I guess, CØCA1N. So, if someone is on suspension, you can no longer communicate with his friends again. What kind of school did you go? No wonder he did not say anything at all since the school days. I'm not going to be surprised that some people are going to be standing behind Abba Kyari. I'm not going to be surprised at all. He can hire you to defend him. It is more like people that are defending him in court than in social media. The case of Đrūg is not during suspension, bros. Okay. When you are suspended, you are ceased to take or participate in anything official due unto your class. Suspension is like compulsory leave. Yes, that is just it. That is it. You are not expected to come and involve yourself, just like your suspension. I still seen across the country's premises. Do you know if they see you around there, it's problems. Even if you're seen around, it should not be the top management who actually ask you to go on that suspension. What was his business with Ndlea, Mr. Was he supposed to go to Ndlea to intervene in case concerning officers who suspended police officer? Let's be guided. Let's be guided. If you're a public servant, you will understand better what it means to be suspended. But from the look of things, it seems you don't understand civil service rule. Please help me and enlighten these people. What does he have to say? He's a criminal. He should just be extradited to the United States. He's supposed to cut all links with his former colleagues and friends at work until suspicion has been lifted and him cleared of all the charges. The least he can do is to contact his colleagues. Say, how far are you doing? Waiting happen now. If somebody wants to fill him in on information, which of course it is actually wrong. But they can, but normal, how far is the family? I say, make I reach out to you. No problem. That one is informal. But anything concerning now, waiting they happen for office be this. So no say I tell you. You go even the person go even say no say I tell you. So thank you all. With my school site, I know the meaning of suspension. Remember too that 2 of the accused persons have pleaded guilty. I am not boasting of my school site, but try and follow me on issues. You will know that I'm well read, that I'm a charge and be a professor on this platform. I could be sarcastic and play with words, but in between the lines comes a fact. In my own parlance, we say comments are free, but facts are scared. Thank you all. Okay. I've always known that Abba Kyari is not an intelligent officer. Image, his watery, just look at his watery defensive statement. So weak and unbelievable. Anyway, I've always known that Hausa Fulanis are not intelligent. Kyari should try and get a better lies to support his criminal life. I knew Kyari long time ago in Lagos as a silent criminal. Okay. Even with the video evidence, Abba Kyari still wants people to believe that he was framed by his Ndlea friend. The affidavit doesn't say that Abba Kyari wasn't the one in the video and wasn't the one who said those things. When the president of this country doubted video evidence by saying he does not know what technology was used in producing it, he set the stage for others to do the same. Abba Kyari is copycatting Buhari. Okay. In fact, all this Kyari's allegation from hush puppy to these drugs things are all fabricated just to put him out of the way of some mafians. I believe God will make a way for me. Look, there are some things you're not supposed to be calling God's name on. I still believe those that lost their life to Kyari will wake up and say something. How did RLT know that drug is coming from Ethiopia? Another good question. Please stop making noise. Face your deed. Why did you go and negotiate? Even a van said his valuable goods are with this guy. How come over 1.4 billion now passed through Kyari's account? What is the salary scale? How many people are convicted to NU Super Cup? Okay. If the informant worked for Abba Kyari and his team, why was he expected to be compensated by Ndlea, whose officers informed on? No amount of defense can change the fact that Kyari has disappointed the nation. My brother, a can of worms. Abba Kyari is just a tip of the iceberg. Remember what I said, that if they drew this man, thing will go follow him. Hi, they never touch this man. Oh. The one when they seen are just from the surface. If they drew this man, in another go feel close in their mouth. Why do not defend like others from your parts of a town? Well, thanks for your honest response. His copy is full and running over. More revelation will still to come out. Yes, this is just the tip of the iceberg. My brother, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.